Let's get it.
God damn, look at all, I bet all of them are 6.2s that blew up. So we all know the 6.2s are blowing up, right? They're all blowing up. What's interesting to me, so, okay, if you don't know, GMC and their 6.2 liter V8, and not GMC, General Motors, which is Chevy, GMC, Buick for whatever fucking reason still exists, and probably something else I can't remember, not Oldsmobile. I think I saw one Escalade, Cadillac's the other brand. Saw one Escalade that had its engine blow with like 50 fucking miles on the odometer. It's like, the car's not even out of break-in. Like, what happened? What's happening now is these people who own and buy these big expensive trucks are walking away from the brand as a whole, because it's like, well, I spent 70, 80, 90,000, sometimes more dollars on this truck, and the engine blew up after a short while. What the fuck? I'm not buying another Chevy, GMC, Cadillac, etc. No one said that about Buick because no one bought it. But, more to the point, the used market now for all of these older engine trucks, what did GMC have before, like the 5.4 liter or some shit? 5.7, I think. It's all going up in value. If you bought like a pre-Explodums 6.2 truck, it's worth, I don't know, almost as much as what you paid for it when new. That's crazy to me. And we saw this before with Toyota, right? When the Tundras had their issues with exploding, that's a word, exploding V8s. Older Tundras ended up being worth more money than the newer ones. I should say they held their value better than the newer ones. I shouldn't say they were worth more money. Because generally speaking, newer vehicles are going to be worth more than older vehicles, but I digress. I learned recently that, thank God, this BMW is gone. I learned recently that Chevrolet put a stop sale on the C8 Corvette because it had some external lighting issue, I guess. They didn't really elaborate more on it than that, and I couldn't really find anything. It's your flagship car, dude. What are you doing? Like, oh yeah, the C8 Corvette, the car, like, I think they discontinued the Camaro. And everyone knows, like, the Camaro was the poor man's Corvette, right? Flagship car, and they're just like, oh, we'll just not make that anymore, I guess. The follow-on to all this, what I actually really wanted to talk about was this kill switch mandate is what people are calling it. It has an official name. The official name escapes me. The official name doesn't matter, because one of the key things it's going to try to do is implement some sort of drunk driving abatement. Now, who would argue against drunk driving? Am I right? No one, right? Drunk driving is terrible. If you drink and drive, you're a fucking retard. I think that's a sentiment most people can get behind, maybe with or without the word retard. Drunk driving, bad. No one's going to argue against drunk driving. The problem is the method of detection that they're talking about using, which is probably going to be machine learning based. They're probably going to stick cameras inside of cars like they're doing now, and those cameras are going to be hooked up to either a local or, God forbid, remote. It's probably going to be remote, because what car isn't internet? What modern car isn't internet connected nowadays? Remote AI learning system that's going to look at you, your kids, whoever might be in the car, and determine if you can drive the car that you bought. Now again, I'm not advocating for people to be driving while impaired. Never the case. But I do worry about the repercussions of trusting machine learning to determine if you can drive your car or not. There's multiple cases of people who've been wrongly convicted of a crime or wrongdoing based on AI, and it came out later to not be the case. And those are the ones that we know about, right? How many have slipped through the cracks, the proverbial cracks? I need to Velcro my glove. How many have slipped through those cracks? And we're going to run into a situation like that where, you know, maybe you're a little bit sleepy one day from working one of your multiple jobs that you have to barely afford this fucking car and the fucking apartment that you're living in, or the house that you're living in, or whatever situation that you might have. And you're tired, and the AI goes, drunk. Or he's on PCP. I don't know what drugs make you look drunk. Oh my God, look at Buick, the Envision. He's sleeping at a light. This is why no one likes Buick. The one Buick we've come across in this video, and he's sleeping at lights.
Question here, do you guys stay on the bike when you're fueling, or do you get off? I know people who do both, and I see reasons for both. I've heard some people say, well, if your bike catches on fire from a fuel leak or something, you need to hop off. You're already off the bike. Like that. You like that? If that happens, that's going to be a bitch and a half to clean. And then there's people like me who are lazy. That fuel spill was for demonstration purposes. I did that on purpose.
So yeah, gas prices are due to ass, huh? But don't worry, we're going to Iran with going to war with Iran, and that'll make the gas prices better. I'm sure of it. I don't know, man. Regardless of where you sit in the political theater, you gotta admit, whether you're a hardcore on the right or hardcore on the left, you think Trump's God Emperor of the world, or you think he's Satan the devil incarnate, you gotta admit something with the government on a larger level is kind of fucked up right now. A lot of stuff, in my opinion. I was talking to a buddy at work, and we basically both came to the same conclusion that yeah, any conspiracy theory, if you told it to me right now, I'd believe it. The one exception for me is chemtrails. I think that's fucking stupid. And maybe it's just because I know a little bit about how airplanes work. But like any other big government conspiracy, I'm like, yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. I either would believe it, or I could very easily be convinced that there's a partial truth to it. Especially with the shit that we've seen, like that the government's allowing food industries to do. Like, the EU definitely has some shit to figure out, but if you look at like their food standards and their food quality compared to what we're being served here in the United States, or even North America to an extent, but more so the United States, because Canada has certain shit that's outlawed that we don't. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I'll tell you, I moved recently, and in moving, we had like no food, and it was the middle of a blizzard. Yo, I need to be friends with him. He's got a bike and a Subi. Me and him are going to be best friends. And like the only place that was open, the only place that was basically cruel enough to force their employees to continue working was Walmart. So we got some food from Walmart, and I never shop at Walmart. It's just a quality thing for me. And legitimately, like, I'm going to sound like the most soft, sissy, bitch-made bitch ever, but I swear to God this is true. That food fucked my shit up every time I ate it. I thought I had like food poisoning or some shit, and we realized like, oh, it's the Walmart food fucking us up. And it was to the point that like we saved one breakfast sandwich. I was tempted to just throw it away, but we saved it, and I was fucking hungry and lazy one morning, and I went and heated it up, ate it, fucking, I don't know, a couple hours later, sick. I'm like, okay. Alright, it was the food. Hard bet. They're bleaching fucking chicken. It's fucking wild, dude. Just some of the shit that happens. Like, chicken is bleached or dipped in chlorine. Some shit that's wild. Like that if you told someone, hey, I'm going to the cleaning store to get this, and I'm gonna like clean my carpets with you, you'd go, oh, okay. Also, I'm gonna put my chicken in it. You'd go, huh? You'd fucking double take. That's pretty much it. I don't know. Cars still suck. Government still sucks. And there's very little that we're going to be able to do about it on an individual basis without violence, and I don't condone violence. So that's going to do it for this little chit-chat. I hope you found something useful. What do you think of our food situation in the United States? What do you think of the vehicle situation in the United States? Either prices, reliability, some of what we talked about with GM, or the like. But my name's Sample. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!
You know what I'll never understand are fucking Harley guys who are like, I know, I need to have my stereo blaring out loud. That's what I need. Everyone needs to hear my music. Because I refuse to wear any in-ear protection. Whatever, it's not my thing. But if you like cruisers, that's cool, dude. We accept autistic people on this channel.